Yo, what up, nyakos? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live from your mama's house. Doing my thing as I usually do. About to quickly talk about the Oscars and all the stuff everyone's complaining about. Talking about how the Oscars so white and, no black people get their just deserves on the Oscars. Well, and I understand where a lot of people are coming from. I made this video on my other channel, but I'm gonna put it here as well. I'm gonna make a different one here. So I'll make this one a little faster. But long story short, no one has to give you anything. I think it's kind of crazy for a bunch of people to come together and start complaining that their people aren't getting awards. Nobody has to give you an award. Like I always say, no one has to like you either. All they have to do is respect you. So if someone doesn't like you, that's too bad for you, but they have to respect you. Not giving you an Oscar isn't disrespect. The thing about this is about acting and stuff. It's all opinionated. It's not like running a 100-meter dash or some shit, and you're obviously in first place, but they give the first place fucking trophy to the guy who's second because he's white. That's completely different. This is about opinion, about who's the best actor. So you can't really try to force force your opinion on someone else. So if blacks aren't winning Oscars, that's kind of tough. The Oscar isn't a right. It's not a right like sitting anywhere you want on a bus like someone else. The Oscar is an award. You shouldn't start complaining about not getting awards. Now, understand if you don't like that, if you notice that black people aren't getting awards and so you decide to protest it, that makes absolute sense. You don't want to go, don't support it. I don't support these craps in the first fucking place. Whether it's black or white, I don't have the mentality I don't have the mind state to sit around and watch rich people get awards for doing rich people shit. I don't give a fuck. You do your job, you entertain me, great. Now you get an award for it too. That money's your fucking award. I don't need to watch that bullshit. So that's why I don't really give a fuck about any of this. Oh my God, black people they're not being nominated. I don't give a fuck. Make your own awards show. Maybe the BET, the Vibe Awards, whatever the fuck it is. Make your own and do your own thing if that's the case. This is awards here. These aren't rights. Nobody has to like you. They just have to respect you. Period. Keep their hands off you. Stop trying to bring you down or keep you down. Things like that. Not giving you an Oscar isn't keeping you down. If you have an issue with your self-esteem or you and your people want to feel you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts, then make your own show. Make your own. We have enough rich black people in this country to do this shit. So do your own. You know what I mean? Just do your own. But so basically, I kind of agree with both points here. With both sides. The Oscars, I agree with the Oscars the most because the Oscars is an award show. They could nominate, give awards to whoever the fuck they want to. Whoever they want to. And don't compare Chris Rock to like some slave. Chris Rock is getting paid great money, which can help enrich Chris Rock and his race. I hate when people compare these things to slavery, but I'll get to that later. That money means a lot if Chris Rock knows what to do with it. You understand? It means a fucking lot. So I'm not on the board with that. So I agree with the Oscars, and I also agree with the black people as well. The ones who are complaining when they say, it's upsetting, let's boycott it. Yeah, you could boycott it. But I'm not going to be mad at the Oscars. I'm not going to have any ill feeling towards the Oscars. I'm not going to watch it. Not because they don't have black people. I don't watch it because I don't watch that crap in the first place. I don't watch it. You understand? I just don't fucking watch it in general. So if I did watch it, I wouldn't join black people and not watching it because they don't have black nominees. I'm like, well, it's their fucking award show. Then you don't watch it. So I see both sides. I'm not just taking one side here. I'm actually on both sides. I see both sides and I agree with both sides. I just disagree with the fact that black people would expect me to stop watching the Oscars if I was watching it in general. Just because there's no black nominees. I disagree with that. They can award whoever the fuck they want to award. You understand? This is like a gift. It's similar to me. It's like punishing or being mad at someone because they don't date black people. You like who you like. You don't have to love anybody. You just have to respect them. That's it. You understand what was wrong with things in the 60s and 50s was that We were being treated unfairly. We didn't have the basic rights as other people, like to use the same bathroom of a good quality. You understand? To drink from a water fountain, to sit where you want on the bus, to play certain sports with people, even though we were just as good, just as fast, just as many hits. We could prove we do all that. We couldn't even play. You see, those are things you can debate, plain and simple. You can debate it, plain and simple. And those things aren't rewards. That's basically business. Everybody should be treated equally in business. I say that all the time. This is an award. This is an award. This is an award. People give you awards based on what they want to give you awards on. It's an award. If somebody doesn't give you a birthday present, they don't have to give you a birthday present. They don't have to. You understand? But they cannot come to your party and smash your cake. They cannot fuck with your cake. They gotta leave you the fuck alone. But they don't have to give you a present. So this is a gift. Nobody has to give you a gift. The Oscars do what they want. So if you don't like what the Oscars is doing, basically protest it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't work for it. Don't do nothing. If Chris Rock tomorrow decides to say, no, fuck that, I don't like the fact they have no black nominees, I'm not working on that night, whatever. If it didn't happen already, I don't even know, right? If he did that, I wouldn't be mad at him. But all right, you know what I mean? He's going to miss out on some money, but all right, that's how he feels. I'm behind it because he doesn't have to work for them. If he's uncomfortable, he shouldn't work for them. He should keep going, do what he does. You know what I mean? So that's basically it, people. It's just how I feel. I think it's getting way too much press. If the Oscars are so white, fine, let us know, whatever. But I just don't like the fact that they're asking other black people to protest it who weren't protesting it before because they have no black nominees. Fuck that award show bullshit in the first fucking place. Fuck you. A lot of fucking rich people mad. And I ain't got nothing against rich people. I ain't one of those dudes, but like they're mad because they're not getting awards. And they start acting like we're, that's what a lot of rich black people do. They act like we're all one people when something doesn't go their way. When things are going their way, they don't act like we're one people at all. For example, Will Smith. Who spoke about it? The lady who played Aunt Viv, the dark-skinned one, made a video about it. She said, she was like, it's funny how Will Smith him and his wife are acting like we're all one people and stuff. But back in the day when they were filming, Prince of Bel-Air, he was like, she told him, hey, we deserve more money. This show's make a lot of money. We deserve more money. Will Smith was like, shit, I'm worried about my check. You worry about yours. Now, to give you credit, of course, he was much younger then. But let's go to now. She's talking about how in his movies, it's usually him and his family making money for themselves, and he's not bringing other black people up at all. Which I kind of see. It's just about him and his family. That's it. So I'm like, wow, she kind of has a point there. So a lot of these black people act like, oh, we're all one people, this and that, we're important, whatever. But they're just in it for the money. For them and their families, the vast majority. Now they want us to stand with them. Hey, but it's your choice. Black people will never really have unity. We're never, ever going to have unity. We're not going to have it. We're not going to have it in this country. It just won't exist because we keep trying to make it look like it is when there's no unity. And the same thing with white people. There's not this big white people union. A lot of you think of it doesn't exist. There's no big white people union. Oh, this is the white award show. It doesn't go that way. It doesn't work. Even in these white award shows, they have distinctions between each other and beefs between maybe not race but for other things. There's no big white Hollywood union. I'm just letting you guys know. It's hard for me to explain this stuff. But if let's just say the person on the Oscars just has a thing, like he's not into black talent. He just doesn't like the way they act or something, or the way they look on screen. He's just not for it or whatever, or they. So they give all the awards to white people. Now, even though all those white people are getting awards and stuff, it's still usually the case that some of those white people who are getting awards don't like some of the other white people who are getting awards because they got little beefs about shit. And they're not united as one. And they're not going to come together to say, we don't need to give black people awards. Even they have issues in their own little, groups. It's not one big, solid, pro-white group or something. I don't want people to think that because that's really, really not the case. And I guess that's really it, guys. Let me know what you think about the Oscars being white. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about any of this award show bullshit crap. I don't give half a fuck. You do what you want. And I'm out, Nichols. Later.